Do you know that you can sleep in a hotel completely covered in gold called the Dolce Hanoi Golden Lake? Let's start this hour of curious facts with Zarpado. Did you know that the archer fish has a unique ability? This amazing fish can shoot jets of water with great precision. It uses this technique to knock insects that are on leaves or branches out of the water. The archer fish can shoot water up to 10 feet away, controlling the strength and direction of the jet. Amazing, right? This fish, which lives mainly in Southeast Asia, has developed this skill to hunt efficiently. In Tokyo, the subway can be so crowded that travelers need help getting on the trains. Enter the Osha, or pushers. These employees have a rather unique job, literally pushing passengers onto the train. When the stations are packed to the brim, the Osha are in charge of making room for everyone to ride. Although their job seems a bit exaggerated, it is essential for the subway to function smoothly. In Palau, there is a unique lake in the world, known as the Jellyfish Lake. The amazing thing about this place is that, unlike other seas, the jellyfish that live here do not sting. This phenomenon is due to the fact that the species of jellyfish in the lake have evolved to be completely harmless. Tourists who visit this spectacular lake can swim among them without worry. It's like swimming in a sea of jellyfish, but without any risk. In the video for Ariana Grande's God is a Woman, there is a detail that many did not know. While Ariana moves her lips, it is actually Madonna who interprets a passage from the Bible. The curious thing is that this same quote had already been interpreted by Samuel L. Jackson in the famous film Pulp Fiction. Madonna, the queen of pop, surpasses her own histrionics by giving voice to God in this iconic video. In Dominica, there is an impressive natural phenomenon known as the boiling lake. This lake really exists and is not a legend. The water in the lake can reach temperatures close to 90 degrees Celsius, and all this because of the volcanic activity in the region. The combination of geothermal heat and water creates a spectacle that seems straight out of a movie. The extreme temperature is enough to make the water bubble, giving it a surreal look. This lake is a natural wonder, and its volcanic surroundings make it even more fascinating. Would you dare to approach this mysterious place? Mares have an amazing way of giving birth. Unlike other animals, they usually give birth standing up. This allows them to be mobile and ready to react to any danger. But the most impressive thing is what happens after birth. Foals are able to stand up and start walking in a matter of minutes. Michael Jackson, known for his eccentricities, also had a fascination with Lladró figurines. The famous artist was one of the world's biggest collectors of these porcelain pieces. Among his most unique acquisitions is a macro sculpture commissioned from the Valencian factory, where he appears alongside his chimpanzee Bubbles. Although the piece was commissioned, no one picked it up. In 1992, Michael even visited the Lladró factory, and that moment is preserved in some historic photos. Did you know that there are more than 7,000 types of apple in the world? It's incredible. From the crunchy and sweet Fuji to the tart Granny Smith, each variety has its own flavor and texture. Gala apples are perfect for eating fresh, while Golden Delicious are ideal for making pies. If you like firmer apples, try a Honeycrisp, a favorite for its balance between sweet and tart. And we can't forget Braeburn, famous for its versatility in the kitchen. Did you know that the African lungfish can survive a year out of water? This amazing animal has a unique ability to withstand extreme conditions. When it senses that the water is running low, the fish secretes a mucus that envelops itself and burrows into the mud up to 22 centimeters deep. There it takes shelter and breathes through a tube that reaches the surface. The amazing thing is that, thanks to the humidity of the mud and the rain, it can stay alive for months, even in the complete absence of water. Did you know that there is a pink lake in Australia? It is called Lake Hillier, and its peculiar color is due to an incredible natural phenomenon. The lake owes its hue to special bacteria that inhabit its waters and produce a pink pigment. This wonder of nature is located on Middle Island, the largest island in the Recherche Archipelago in Western Australia. Although the color may seem artificial, it is completely natural and has amazed scientists and tourists alike. In Canada, there is a truly fascinating island called Narcisse Snake Dens, home to thousands of snakes every spring. There, different species gather to hibernate and reproduce. Some of the most common snakes that inhabit this island are the rattlesnake, the horned snake, the rat snake, and the garden snake. What's interesting about this place is that visitors can observe a wide variety of snakes, emerging from the cracks to sunbathe. Mr. Beast, the famous content creator and activist, has revealed that he has plans to run for President of the United States. At 35 years old, when he meets the requirements, he could make the leap into politics. After his success on YouTube and his incredible charity works, it seems that he now wants to take on a new challenge. How do you feel about seeing a YouTuber in the White House? Beneath the city of Paris, there are the famous catacombs, a labyrinth of tunnels where the remains of approximately 6 million people rest. These ossuaries date back over 1,000 years and bear witness to the city's history. Visited by thousands of people every year, the catacombs offer a chilling insight into how human remains were managed in ancient times. It is certainly a fascinating place, but also a mysterious one. Would you dare to visit them? Did you know that there is an insect that can freeze itself and then come back to life as if nothing happened? The mountain weta, an insect native to New Zealand, has an amazing ability. During the colder months, its body freezes completely, leaving it in a state of extreme hibernation. But the most incredible thing is that, when the warm weather arrives, the weta thaws out and continues to live without any harm. Wind turbines, although a clean source of energy, cause the death of between 10,000 and 100,000 birds annually in the UK alone. However, a study has shown that painting one of the turbine blades black can reduce this number dramatically, decreasing mortality by 70%. This could be an important step towards protecting birds and continuing to harness renewable energy more responsibly. Do you know the smallest cow in the world? Yes, the smallest cow in the world is called Rani and is a Dexter cow. Rani, who lives in India, has gained notoriety for her small size. Cows of this breed in general are known to be one of the smallest in the world, reaching a height of only 51 centimeters on average and 66 centimeters long. Rani achieved the Guinness record for the smallest cow in history. Jellyfish have been around since long before the dinosaurs, dating back more than 500 million years. In fact, jellyfish are some of the oldest life forms still inhabiting our planet. They have survived through vast changes in climate and ecosystems, adapting throughout the ages. Their longevity and resilience make them a true testament to the tenacity of life on Earth. Did you know that the first roller coasters in the United States were created in the 19th century? They were designed by LaMarcus Thompson, who sought to offer people a safe and fun alternative to the dance halls and bars that dominated the entertainment of the time. Thompson thought of an innovative way to entertain crowds, creating an adrenaline-filled experience that was a departure from traditional habits. Tasmanian devils, although popular thanks to the Looney Tunes, are much more than just a comical character. They are actually known for their ferocious nature. In fact, their bite is one of the strongest in the animal kingdom. Despite weighing less than 22 pounds, they can exert an incredible 92 kilograms of force with their jaw. On the bite strength scale, they reach 181 points, twice as much as hyenas and much more than a lion. In Russia, the city of Mirny is located near one of the most impressive diamond mines in the world. This open-pit mine has an astonishing depth of 1,722 feet, and its diameter reaches 1.2 kilometers. For years, this mine has been a crucial source of diamond extraction, but it has also been the center of stories and curiosities due to its enormous size. Although its name is panda ant, it is actually not an ant at all. This curious creature is a species of wasp known for its peculiar fur, which gives it a panda-like appearance. Despite its cute and furry appearance, the panda ant is actually quite dangerous, as its sting is extremely painful. It is found mainly in South America, and although it seems harmless, it is best to keep your distance from it. There are dog breeds considered so dangerous that their ownership is banned in several countries around the world. An example of this is the pit bull, which is restricted in countries such as the United Kingdom, New Zealand, and Australia due to its history of attacks. Another controversial breed is the Rottweiler, banned in places such as Ireland and some areas of Canada due to its aggressiveness. In addition, the Dogo Argentino also faces restrictions in several countries due to its strength and protective nature. In Sweden, there is a lovely pony named Alvin who has been included in the Guinness Book for being the only one of his species capable of walking 5 meters, using only his hind legs. His trainer says that when she first met him, she noticed a special quality in him that set him apart from the rest. Thanks to rigorous training and motivation through rewards, Alvin managed to set this amazing record. Did you know that there are shoes designed especially for horses? Yes, you heard right. They are called Megasis Horse Runner, and they are a much more comfortable and pain-free alternative for these animals. Traditional hooves can cause various problems for them, especially in their legs. And that is why an Austrian company came up with these innovative plastic shoes. They were intended to improve the life of horses, but unfortunately, the company went bankrupt and the project was stopped. An incredible idea that never really took off. Do you know a boy in Croatia who has the incredible ability to attract metal objects to his body? His name is Ivan Stolkovic, and he is known as the Magnet Boy. This strange phenomenon began when he was just 6 years old, and today he can stick things like spoons, forks, and even small irons to his skin. Although doctors have not found a scientific explanation for this mystery, can you imagine having breakfast next to a giraffe? At Giraffe Manor in Kenya, it's a unique experience. This place was built in 1932 to care for giraffes, but in 1974, it was converted into a luxury hotel. Now you can enjoy your breakfast while these huge friends look out of the windows of your room. The hotel has 10 rooms, all designed so that the giraffes can join you while you relax and enjoy a meal. A breakfast at altitude, literally. Did you know that the gaur, or Indian bison, is the largest wild bovine in the world? This impressive herbivorous mammal lives in the jungles and forests of India and other parts of Southeast Asia. Males can measure up to 10 feet in length and weigh more than 1,000 kilograms. A giant of nature that leaves everyone impressed with its size. Discover the miracle Siamese twins of Latin America. Their names are Jose Armando and Jose Luis Ceballos, and they are the only adult conjoined twins in Latin America. They are also part of a very small group of adult conjoined twins in the world. They are joined at the abdomen and share vital organs such as the liver and intestines. Despite the physical challenges, these brothers maintain an incredibly positive attitude and strive to achieve great goals, such as completing an international baccalaureate and studying systems engineering. Have you heard of colugos? They are fascinating mammals that live in Southeast Asia and have an incredible skill. They can glide. These nocturnal animals have a skin membrane that connects their limbs to their body, allowing them to glide from one tree to another with great skill. They feed on fruits and leaves and are considered one of the best gliders among mammals. Have you ever seen those glasses that fill up from below? It's more impressive than it seems. Here's how they work. When you place the cup in the machine, a dispenser lifts a thin magnet inside it that allows the liquid to flow out. And the most curious thing is that when the dispenser is removed, the magnet automatically seals the cup, preventing any spillage. Did you know that the first civilian astronaut to travel to space was Dennis Tito? In 2001, at the age of 60, he paid the astonishing sum of $20 million for a seat on a Russian Soyuz rocket. With that money, he managed to make a trip to the International Space Station, marking a milestone in the history of space exploration. Did you know that in Morocco, goats climb argan trees in search of food? It's an amazing sight. These goats climb the trees to eat the fruits, and their behavior turns out to be very beneficial for the production of argan oil. After eating, they regurgitate the seeds, which helps the tree reproduce and makes it easier to obtain the oil. Did you know that in Uganda there lives a man with a really huge family? Musa Hasahya, 68, has 12 wives, 102 children, and 578 grandchildren. They all live on the same property, which means that their home is one big community. However, Musa admits that managing such a large family is not easy. I have a lot of problems: how to get money for school fees, food for everyone, clothes and help when someone gets sick, he says. The Tata Nano, famous for being the cheapest car in the world, was introduced in 2009 in India with a starting price of about $2,000. Its main purpose was to offer an affordable transportation option, but its production was stopped in 2018 due to difficulties in the market. Did you know that in 2016, the King of Norway knighted a penguin? That's right, Sir Niels Olav II was knighted during a celebration when he reviewed 50 soldiers of the Royal Guard. This honor was approved by King Harald V, and Niels Olav II became the first penguin to receive such a distinction in the Norwegian army. Do you know the sport of pillow fights? That's right, it has its own league, the PFC, and the rules are very simple. Two people face each other in a one-on-one fight, and the only thing they can use to hit the opponent is a pillow. As for defense, everything is allowed, from covering themselves with the pillow to dodging blows. Did you know that Gladys Ingle, a member of the aerobatics group the 13 Black Cats, walked on the wings of airplanes while they were in full flight? An impressive and high-risk feat. Discover the Park Royal Hotel in Pickering, Singapore, known for its unique design with terraced gardens covering its facade. This vertical forest not only creates a green oasis in the middle of the city, but also helps improve air quality and reduce energy consumption thanks to the natural shade provided by the plants. Can you imagine a mayonnaise-flavored drink? In Japan, the Lawson chain of stores has launched Nomumayo, a drink that recreates the taste of mayonnaise using artificial flavorings, although it does not contain real mayonnaise. Did you know that the incredible Harbin Ice and Snow Festival is celebrated in China? Since 1965, this festival brings together artists who create impressive structures using only ice and snow. Every 5th of January, the activities begin, and the event lasts for a whole month. Participants cut huge blocks of ice with special tools to build true wonders. At the end of the festival, the winners are chosen and a spectacular light show is presented. These are the largest feet of a living person in the world, and they belong to Venezuelan Jason Rodriguez. His right foot measures 4.55 centimeters long and the left 4.47 centimeters, a giant size. Since he was little, Jason had to figure out how to get by because he couldn't find shoes in his size in his hometown. So he used sandals made from old tires and cloth to be able to go to school. Jason suffers from acromegaly, a hormonal disorder that affects the pituitary gland and disrupts the growth hormone. Did you know that Roquefort cheese, one of the most famous and appreciated blue cheeses in the world, owes its unique and distinctive flavor to a specific fungus called Penicillium roqueforti? This fungus, which grows naturally in the caves of Roquefort-sur-Soulzon, a small town located in the southern region of France, plays a fundamental role in the fermentation of the cheese, creating the characteristic blue-green veins that give it its characteristic appearance. In addition to its particular production process, Roquefort cheese enjoys a protected designation of origin, which means that it can only be produced in this specific area of France, under strict regulations and traditions that have been maintained for centuries. See the highest tennis court in the world, a stunning setting found at the iconic Burj Al Arab Hotel in Dubai. Located at a whopping 689 feet above sea level, this court occupies the hotel's helipad, making it one of the most unique and spectacular locations to play tennis. The Burj Al Arab, known for its sail shape, is one of the most luxurious and recognizable buildings in the world, and in 2005, its helipad was temporarily transformed into a tennis court for a high-profile event. The match was not only a sporting event, but also a promotional marketing event for the hotel, which stood out for its opulence and ability to offer unique experiences. Bartosz Awski is a Polish professional racing driver who pushes all boundaries. In 2006, he lost both arms in an accident, but that did not stop his passion for racing. In 2007, he decided to learn to drive with only his feet, just as he had to do with all other aspects of his life. Today, he not only drives, but also competes at the highest level in drifting, one of the most demanding forms of motorsport, driving with his feet and displaying impressive control. Did you know that there is the highest outdoor elevator in the world? This impressive elevator is built into the wall of a cliff in Changyayi National Park in China and reaches a staggering height of 1,069 feet. From inside, you can enjoy a spectacular view that includes over 3,000 quartz formations. In fact, this landscape was the inspiration for the planet of Pandora in the movie Avatar. Opened in 2002, this elevator is made up of 3 double-deck elevators with a capacity of 46 people per ride, and its ride lasts just 2 minutes. Did you know that Eminem has his own brand of pasta sauce? It's called Mom's Spaghetti, inspired by one of the most iconic verses of his song Lose Yourself, where he mentions Mom's Spaghetti as part of the lyrics describing the anxiety and nerves before a big opportunity. The brand was launched in 2017 as a fun way to connect with fans. But what's more interesting is that Mom's Spaghetti is not just a sauce, but also a restaurant in Detroit where visitors can enjoy simple dishes such as spaghetti with their famous sauce. Kintsugi is an ancient and fascinating Japanese technique that has transcended the realm of repairing broken objects to become a powerful philosophy of life. In its most literal form, kintsugi is a traditional art used to restore porcelain, ceramic, and other fragile objects that have been broken. However, its meaning and significance go far beyond mere physical repair. Instead of hiding cracks and fractures, as is done in most repairs, kintsugi highlights them, incorporating a special mixture of resins and precious metal powder, such as gold, silver, or platinum. In Scotland, there is an impressive monument that fuses art, mythology, and culture, the Kelpies. These colossal sculptures, representing horses, reach 98 feet in height and are made from 600 tons of steel. Inspired by Scottish mythology, the Kelpies pay tribute to the historical importance of horses in the region. The Kelpies are the largest horse statues in the world. Can you imagine dining at more than 164 feet high? At Dinner in the Sky, it is possible. Originally from Belgium, this unique restaurant has more than 30 locations around the world. While you enjoy an exquisite meal prepared by renowned chefs, you can admire a panoramic view for 45 minutes. All this for a price that varies depending on the location and the menu selected. Meet Diminish and Ascend, a stunning sculpture of the Infinite Staircase, created by artist David McCracken. This work is a true optical illusion, as from certain angles it looks like an endless staircase stretching toward the sky. Measuring 9.5 meters long and almost 5 meters high, it is permanently installed in the Christchurch Botanic Gardens in New Zealand. There is a rather peculiar religion in the world called Pastafarianism, whose followers wear colanders as religious hats. Founded by an atheist, their deity is a huge ball of spaghetti with meatballs. Yes, you've heard of it. It's a serious belief. An example of how humor and criticism of traditional institutions can merge into something truly unique. In the village of Szymbark in Poland, a house was built completely upside down. From the walls to the furniture and interior objects, everything is inverted, defying the laws of gravity and our perception of space. But why build an upside-down house? The businessman and philanthropist Daniel Chapiowski, owner of the house, decided to create this original house to warn about the path that humanity is following. In Iceland, there is Raufarhólskellar, an impressive lava tunnel that extends for more than 1.3 kilometers underground. This is the fourth largest lava tube in the country, with an exact length of 4,461 feet. A natural wonder that shows us the power and beauty of volcanic activity in the heart of Iceland. In Turkmenistan, it is illegal to own a black car. This curious law comes from the obsession of the country's leader, Serdar Berdimuhamedow, with the color white, as he believes that this shade attracts good fortune. If someone breaks the law, the car will be confiscated, and to get it back, the owner must pay a fine and agree to change the vehicle's paint to white or silver. In Houston, Texas, there is a pool like no other. Sky Pool, located 492 feet high. This unique pool has an 8-inch thick transparent plexiglass floor, allowing for a stunning view of the street below. Suspended between two concrete cantilever beams, it offers a truly dizzying experience, combining luxury and a touch of adrenaline in the heart of the city. This pool has a glass bottom that hangs from the building so you can look down at the street 500 feet away. In Nepal, a unique and fascinating tradition celebrates the living goddess, or Kumari, a girl who represents the Hindu goddess Taliju. This girl is carefully selected from a Newar family and must meet strict requirements to be considered divine. Once chosen, she lives in the Kumari Palace in Kathmandu, where she is revered by thousands of devotees who believe in her spiritual connection. During her time as a Kumari, she follows very strict rules and participates in important religious rituals. In 2015, an incredible discovery was made off the coast of Colombia. The wreck of the San Jose, a Spanish galleon sunk in 1708 during a battle. This ship was carrying a treasure estimated at more than $17 billion, made up of gold, silver, and emerald coins. The find sparked a fierce legal dispute between different countries and salvage companies due to its enormous historical and economic value. In the small town of Štitnik, Slovakia, something truly unique happens. A train runs through a football stadium during matches. The stadium was built after the railway stopped running, but 10 years later, the train was reactivated as a tourist attraction and now has to cross the stadium to continue its route. Interestingly, this does not pose a problem for either the players or the spectators. The Sky Bridge 321 holds the title of the longest suspension bridge in the world. This imposing bridge is located in the municipality of Dolní Morava in the Czech Republic and spans 721 meters in length. Most impressively, it rises up to 311 feet above the ground, offering spectacular views of the surrounding landscape. Although it has a structure that seems to have existed for centuries, it is actually a relatively new construction, as it opened to the public on May 13, 2022. Turkish ice cream, or dondurma, is distinguished by its incredible elasticity, a unique feature that makes it different from any other ice cream in the world. This phenomenon is due to the combination of salt gum and mastic resin, ingredients that give it a dense and sticky texture. The history of this particular texture began by accident, when ice cream vendors began mixing the mixture with snow, resulting in a much more elastic consistency than expected. Today, dondurma is not only famous for its taste, but also for the fun tradition that goes with it. Vendors play interactive games with customers, playing with the ice cream before handing it over. In Sedona, USA, there is a unique exception in the world of McDonald's. In this city, the McDonald's logo has a completely different color, turquoise. Why? Sedona has a special building code that prohibits the use of the color yellow in buildings and logos, as this shade does not harmonize well with the natural environment of the area, famous for its landscape of red rocks and geological formations. Byron Schlenker has entered the Guinness records thanks to a very peculiar title, that of having the thickest tongue in the world. His tongue measures an impressive 8.6 centimeters wide, which surpasses all previous records. Schlenker, who never imagined receiving such recognition, has accepted the title with a great deal of humor and pride. Gibraltar Airport is known to be one of the most dangerous in the world. The reason? Its runway directly crosses one of the busiest motorways in the area. To ensure safety during landings, airport staff stop traffic at that time, avoiding possible serious accidents. The coconut crab, a fascinating species, has an amazing ability. It can climb trees with great dexterity to reach its favorite food, coconuts. This incredible crustacean, known for its size and strength, uses its powerful claws to climb up the trunks of trees in search of the fruits that fall from the palms. Once in the treetops, its strong claws allow it to grab them and open the shell. Obviously, from its name, its main source of food is these bright fruits. At SeaWorld Orlando, you will find one of the most innovative and exciting roller coasters in the world, the first stand-up roller coaster. This fascinating attraction offers a unique experience, as passengers do not sit in a conventional seat, but stand up, simulating the sensation of surfing on a giant wave. With a height of 108 feet and a maximum speed of 96 kilometers per hour, this roller coaster takes excitement to new levels. Have you ever seen a tattoo come to life? Phil Burge, an innovative tattoo artist, has taken the art of tattooing to a whole new level by creating what could be considered the first animated tattoos. In a unique project, Phil tattooed 76 different people with a series of carefully selected images, which when moved and viewed in sequence, recreate a frame-by-frame animation. This animation is part of a scene inspired by the classic Betty Boop movie. In China, there is one of the most impressive marvels of modern engineering, a 3-level road built on Tianlong Mountain, a place of astonishing natural beauty. This amazing road was completed in just 5 months, an impressive achievement considering the complexity of its construction. The most fascinating thing about this road is that it winds through the mountain peaks of the region, which rise to over 4,265 feet high. Have you ever heard of splash diving? This peculiar and exciting sport is based on what seems like a simple dive, but with a special twist. Participants have to generate huge splashes when they fall into the water. To achieve this, athletes dive into the water in such a way that the impact is strong enough to create a large wave. To achieve the best possible splash, competitors often jump in a cannonball-like fashion, which increases the intensity of the impact. Today we introduce you to Roman Butin, a Russian artist with an uncanny ability to transform everyday objects into true works of art. Buen specializes in a very peculiar type of art called hobo nickels. This term refers to coins that have been modified or gimmicked, an art that has its roots in the hobo culture of the United States, who used to engrave or carve their coins as a form of expression. Meet Kui Jianyu, a young Chinese man who has taken the ability to solve Rubik's cubes to a whole new level. Kui Jianyu is not only able to solve one of these complicated cubes, but has the incredible skill of solving 3 cubes at the same time while juggling them. This amazing trick requires exceptional precision, concentration, and speed, and he does it in such a way that he broke a world record. In his incredible feat, he managed to solve all 3 cubes in just 3 minutes and 29 seconds, a time that left any other record behind. When we think of camels, it's easy to imagine them roaming the vast deserts of Africa, with their characteristic slow gait and large humps. But surprisingly, these animals are not native to Africa. In fact, camels were born in North America about 40 million years ago. Over time, camels became extinct in North America, while in Asia and the Middle East, they found an ideal environment to thrive, adapting perfectly to the harsh conditions of the deserts and becoming the animals we know today. In the Huel goat forest in France, there is a giant 137-ton rock that anyone can move. Although it takes only a small push to make it swing slightly, it always returns to its place without danger of rolling and causing damage. This rock, known as the shaking rock, measures 7 meters long, and unlike other massive stones, this one has a unique feature. Even the most fragile people can move it, making it a fascinating mystery for those who visit it. The Polar Bear Plunge is a cold water swimming event held during winter, especially in the Northern Hemisphere. Participants plunge into icy waters as part of this popular tradition, which takes place in countries such as the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and the Netherlands. As well as being a challenging activity, many organize the event for charity. Although it takes place in various parts of the world, the most well-known ones take place in Antarctica and the Arctic, where water temperatures can drop to -2 degrees Celsius. Did you know that the oldest musical instrument in the world is a flute made from vulture bone? This incredible flute was discovered in the Hohlfels cave in southern Germany and is estimated to be between 35,000 and 40,000 years old. What is even more amazing is that the flute was reconstructed from 12 fragments of vulture bone, demonstrating the skill and creativity of our ancestors in prehistoric times. Did you know that what looks like a simple branch in the picture is actually a wandering violin mantis? This fascinating insect uses incredible camouflage that mimics the movement of a branch so it can hunt undetected by its prey. Native to southern India and Sri Lanka, with its mimetic appearance, it is an exceptional hunter, able to capture insects with a quick movement thanks to its specialized front legs. In addition, this insect has the amazing ability to turn its head, allowing it to observe its surroundings and find potential prey. The Antilia Tower, located in Mumbai, India, is the most expensive residence in the world and belongs to Mukesh Ambani, the richest man in India. With an impressive size of 37,161 square meters and 27 floors, this mansion is worth approximately $3.5 billion. The tower includes an incredible array of amenities, such as 3 helipads, a cinema, a spa, a ballroom, and a garage with capacity for 168 cars. It also has an air traffic control facility and is designed to withstand an earthquake of up to 8.0 on the Richter scale. The Falkirk Wheel, located in the town of Falkirk in Scotland, is an ingenious boat lift system that allows vessels to move between 2 canals separated by a height difference of 79 feet. The operation is simple. Boats go up or down inside a large wheel that raises or lowers them, facilitating their passage between the canals. This structure connects the Forth and Clyde Canal with the Union Canal, replacing an old system of 11 locks that were closed in the 1930s. Kim Kardashian, the famous celebrity, has a rather peculiar clause in her will, a glamour clause. According to this condition, if she ever finds herself in a situation where she cannot fix herself, cannot communicate, or is unconscious, there must be someone in charge of ensuring that her hair, nails, and makeup are always impeccable. In the province of Guizhou, China, there is the village of Zhongdong, one of the last places in the world where people still live in a cave. This gigantic cave is home to around 100 people who have transformed the interior space into homes, a school, and even an area for livestock. Although the government has tried to relocate the inhabitants, many prefer to continue living in their natural home, a place where they have resided for generations. Zhongdong is a clear example of how humans adapt to extreme and unusual living conditions. In this village, around 18 families live. In the tropical forests of Brazil, such as in the Amazon, a bioluminescent fungus called Neonathonia grows. This fungus has the ability to emit light, which attracts insects, which then help disperse its spores. Although there are several fungi that can glow, the Neonathonia stands out for its fascinating glow. The Neonathoponus gardneri is the largest bioluminescent fungus in Brazil and one of the largest on the planet. The Museum of Science and Industry in Manchester has conducted a study to find out what the catchiest song of all time is. The answer? Wannabe, the hit that catapulted the Spice Girls to stardom in 1996. The study revealed that it only takes 2.29 seconds for our brains to identify this tune. The research focused on analyzing which of the songs has the most memorable chorus, and Wannabe was the big winner. Out at sea, there is a 550 square meter platform that holds the title of the smallest country in the world, the Principality of Sealand. Founded by Roy Bates and Joe Bates, this tiny territory declared itself sovereign in 1967. In 1975, Sealand adopted its own constitution, created a currency, a flag, an anthem, a passport, and even a coat of arms. Its population never exceeds 5 people, and it is located on a former World War II naval base that was never destroyed. Although small, Sealand considers itself an independent country, with Bates as its first sovereign. The Diomede Islands, located in the Bering Strait, have a unique feature. Although they are separated by just 3.7 kilometers, they have a time difference of 21 hours. This is because the international date line passes right between the two islands. The Lesser Diomede Island, which belongs to the United States, follows the time of the present, while the Greater Diomede Island, under Russian sovereignty, is a whole day ahead. The Undersea Restaurant, located in the Maldives, is the world's first underwater restaurant, located 5 meters below sea level. Diners have the opportunity to enjoy a meal surrounded by glass walls and a roof, allowing them to see the ocean and marine life around them. It is located in the Conrad Hotel complex on Rangali Island and is anchored to the seabed. The tasting menu starts at $238, although mid-morning cocktails are also available. In Michigan, there is a school that specializes in training professional Santas. This academy, called Charles W. Howard, is the oldest Santa school in the world. Here, students learn how to portray the iconic character, from handling the suit to interacting with children. They are also taught about Christmas traditions and how to create a magical experience for everyone. Aspiring Santas receive classes on makeup, clothing, sign language, reindeer care, and even the history of Santa Claus. Project Primrose is a revolutionary dress that can change its design instantly. Created by Adobe, the dress uses screens and light reflectors to generate different patterns. This innovative dress is made up of sequins that function as small screens, capable of displaying content designed with programs such as Adobe Firefly, After Effects, Stock, and Illustrator. Its design can be transformed by pressing a button or detecting movement. Currently in the testing phase, this project seeks to reduce clothing consumption and also serve as an educational tool for design students. The Ice Hotel in Sweden is the largest ice hotel in the world. Every year it is rebuilt using ice blocks from the Torne River and is open from December to April. It was first built in 1990 after a successful ice art exhibition. The hotel's creator saw the public's interest and decided to create a place where people could sleep on ice blocks until spring when the hotel melts. In China, there is a traditional dish called suodiu, which consists of stones grilled with oil and seasonings to give them flavor. Although the stones are not eaten, they are sucked on to taste the spicy and savory flavor of the dish. This peculiar dish originated in Hubei province in eastern China and has become very popular. Netizens have started sharing videos on social media showing people tasting the stones. The process involves sucking on the stones to taste the seasonings and then spitting them out, hence the name suodiu, which literally means suck and throw away. In Romania, especially in the city of Sibiu, there are houses with peculiar windows on the roofs that look like watchful eyes. These windows were originally designed to ventilate attics, where in ancient times people stored food. Over time, these windows have become a distinctive feature of the city, and although they look like eyes, they are actually functional and part of local history. Mauritius's underwater waterfalls are a stunning visual phenomenon that attracts tourists from all over the world. Although they are not real waterfalls, this phenomenon occurs when ocean currents drag sediment into the depths of the ocean, creating an illusion of water falling from great heights. Located near the island of Mauritius, these underwater waterfalls can be seen only from the air, offering a spectacular view of the turquoise sea and deep waters. In 2016, astronaut Scott Kelly smuggled a full gorilla suit to the International Space Station without anyone noticing. Once there, he put it on, causing great surprise and fright among the crew. This joke was recorded and quickly went viral, demonstrating the more fun and relaxed side of astronauts in space. Without a doubt, a unique moment that left a funny anecdote for everyone involved. This is the famous Fukang Starstone. This is a rare meteorite that fell to Earth and was discovered in the mountains near China in 2000. This meteorite, known as Palak, has golden translucent olivine crystals embedded in a nickel and iron structure with a honeycomb-like appearance. Its unique beauty and composition make it very valuable, being 4 times more expensive than pure gold. This object is considered one of the most precious and rare in the world. Did you know that ice tsunamis exist? This phenomenon frequently occurs on the Fort Erie River near Niagara Falls in Canada. Ice tsunamis occur when strong winds push large blocks of ice floating on frozen waters, bringing these heavy chunks against the riverbanks. Although it may seem surprising that ice can cause so much damage, this phenomenon can be extremely dangerous. Blocks of ice, when driven by high-speed winds, have enough force to destroy structures, damage ships, or even cause accidents if people get too close. Telford, England hosts the annual Tough Guy Challenge, an extreme event that attracts thousands of people willing to push their limits. This 9.32 miles race is filled with 32 intense tests, such as crossing burning embers, passing through claustrophobic tunnels, and swimming through lakes with electrified wires. Extreme conditions, such as freezing cold, add an additional level of difficulty to the course. In fact, nearly 50% of participants drop out of the competition due to the demanding nature of the competition. In 2022, Brazilian skydiver Luigi Cani undertook a unique and daring mission over the Amazon. Known as the world record holder for the jump with the world's smallest parachute, Luigi, along with more than 100 million seeds, jumped from a plane to plant hundreds of thousands of trees in a 100 square kilometer area of the Amazon to reforest everything lost to the fires. Despite challenges, such as almost losing his fingers when handling the seed box during the fall, Connie managed to successfully open it at about 6,000 feet above sea level. The Frankfurt Book Fair, held in Germany, is considered the largest in the world. Every year, it brings together publishers, authors, translators, and other professionals in the literary industry from around the planet, creating a unique space to celebrate literature. During the event, important negotiations for the purchase and sale of copyright take place, but there are also conferences and panels that address trends in the future of publishing. The Pediatric Oncology Center in the city of Utrecht has created a special bicycle designed for children who are connected to tubes and machines. This innovation allows small patients to ride through the hospital corridors, giving them a sense of freedom and fun. By incorporating these types of playful activities into a medical environment, it contributes to improving the experience of children in difficult times, proving that creativity and empathy can make a big difference in medical care. A curious fact about Australia between 2000 and 2013 is that horses were statistically responsible for more deaths than spiders or snakes. During this period, 74 deaths were attributed to horse-related accidents, while spiders caused none. This surprising fact reminds us of the importance of being cautious around these animals and understanding the risks they can pose, even in an environment where venomous creatures often have most of the attention. The Australian bustard is a unique bird that stands out for its appearance and behavior. Males have a hanging sack that they drag along the ground, and they inflate it when trying to court a female or fight with other males. This mating ritual is not only visually stunning, but it is also a sonic spectacle. Listening to the sound they make during these displays is an experience that connects observers with wildlife and the beauty of nature. Jai Evoca is an innovative artist who uses a 3D pen to create amazing pieces of art. One of his most playful works is a cockroach eating a hamburger, inspired by the popular SpongeBob SquarePants character. By visiting their YouTube channel, you can see the creative process behind each piece, which adds an educational element to their art. This approach highlights the potential of digital art and how it can connect people through creativity and fun. Are you a Pokemon fan? In Japan, there is a Pokemon fossil museum inspired by video games. You can explore it virtually, a unique experience for lovers of these creatures. During mating season, bald eagles perform impressive courtship stunts, interlocking their talons in the air. Sometimes when there is a lot of humidity and little wind, you can see vortices of air coming out of the turbines of an airplane. And in a nod to humor, in 2010, the team behind Windows Phone joked about holding a funeral for the iPhone, convinced that their device would outsell Apple. Spoiler, today the Windows Phone is no more. In Sweden, it is not common to use banana and kiwi as toppings on pizza, and you thought pineapple on Hawaiian was controversial. Samsung, for its part, is developing robots to clean the home. One of them, called Bob Handy, can put dishes in the dishwasher, set the table, and pick up dirty clothes. A marvel of technology. Lawn aerator machines are essential to keep the garden healthy, creating small holes in the soil to allow oxygenation of the roots. And in the art world, the Beetlesphere, a sculpture by Eastwater made from a 1953 Volkswagen, is a testament to human ingenuity. The hippopotamus, often considered the most dangerous animal in Africa, looks adorable as a puppy, but its danger increases with age. And if you see someone with an iPhone in a movie, chances are they're a good character. Apple enforces this rule for licensing its products in film and television. The Beilong elevator is the world's tallest outdoor elevator, located on a cliff in Zhangjiajie, China, at 1,069 feet high. The jackfruit, the largest fruit that grows on trees, can weigh up to 50 kilograms. In the digital world, 2 petabytes of storage equals 1 million gigabytes. And for music lovers, Peters, a Czech musician, can play any song with glass cups and water. Did you know that a crab is easy prey for a bald eagle? Nature always surprises us. Speaking of surprises, remote-controlled car drift races are truly epic. In the Netherlands, there is a roller coaster that allows passengers to choose how extreme they want their experience to be by spinning the wings of their cart. This is Alex in his cabin, Alex Air, a flight simulator that looks like something out of a movie. With real airplane seats and a lighting and air conditioning system, the screen behind the window can play videos of a list of airports. But on Mars, there is a smiling crater, a reminder of how strange the universe can be. The PH5 company has created clothes that change color when exposed to UV rays. Watch as this dress transforms from white to pink. Creativity knows no bounds. Even in the world of cinema, where you can take characters from famous films and edit them into the universe of a video game. The result is astonishing. Nikki, the artist behind these wonders, holds one of the most impressive Guinness World Records by managing to pass 7 carbon arrows through a keyhole. As for dinosaurs, this cake perfectly portrays their extinction. Even the slightest change in the fuselage of an airplane can affect its aerodynamics. When a pilot sticks his hands out of the window of a small plane, the consequences are astonishing. Huskies, on the other hand, have a double-layered coat, which they shed twice a year. So think carefully before adopting one. At El Malc in Palau, you can swim with jellyfish without worrying about their stings. Their stingers are so small that they are harmless to humans. Look closely on the screen. What looks like a moving fish is actually a mussel of the Lampsilis ovata species, which uses its body as a lure to attract fish. Once the fish takes the bait, the mussel releases its larvae inside it, where they grow until they are big enough. The world's largest gold bar weighs 551 pounds and is worth approximately 10 million euros. Each piece of gold is meticulously placed in its place in an extremely clean environment. Watch the spotted sandpiper dive and fly underwater to escape danger. What adaptability! In the tech realm, Volkswagen has created an office chair that looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. With lights, a seat belt, a reversing camera, and even a motor that can go up to 12.4 miles per hour, it's perfect for those large workspaces. Well, God shared a video of something not many have had the chance to see: the inside of a frozen waterfall. Can you imagine the spectacle? Water flowing between layers of ice is a breathtaking natural spectacle. And in the world of science, piercing the skin to get a piercing isn't as simple as it seems. There are layers of skin and cartilage that must be traversed. Speaking of technology, if you hold down the spacebar on your phone, you'll be able to scroll around as if you were using a cursor, a very useful skill. And how about this curiosity? A replica of a Furby's skull. As for wildlife, the desert rain frog has short legs that don't allow it to jump, but they bury themselves in the ground in a unique style. The stewing sheep breed is known for its prominent rear features, a wonder of nature. Speaking of nature and crime, Mr. Serum, a criminal in Cambodia, was caught thanks to some photos he posted online. German science was able to unroll the images and quickly track him down. Technology is also changing the way we reforest. Drones are being used to shoot seeds into cleared forests. Certainly an innovative and fun method. The world's largest swimming pool is located in Algarrobo, Chile, and holds 250 million liters of purified seawater. To put that into perspective, an Olympic-sized swimming pool holds 2.5 million liters, so we'd need 100 of those to fill it. Olympus Mons on Mars is the tallest mountain in our solar system, measuring approximately 24 kilometers high. That's 3 times taller than Mount Everest. This little video clip is the only thing left from the world's oldest movie, The Landslide Garden, recorded in 1888. Did you know that bananas are curved because of the sun? Once the fruit reaches a certain point in its development, it undergoes a natural process called negative geotropism, meaning it turns toward the sun in search of light. The tallest palm tree in the world is found in Colombia and is 194 feet tall. Normally, palms of this species are around 98 feet tall, so this specimen is truly gigantic. Changing the oil in a Bugatti Veyron costs between $20,000 and $25,000. That amount could buy you 1 or even 2 new cars. Bubbles in space are not spherical. On Earth, soap bubbles are round because of gravity. But in space, where there is no gravity, bubbles can take on strange shapes or stay floating in the air instead of going up or down. Astronauts can even push the bubbles and watch them float freely. Hundreds of years ago, ice cream was a very rare and expensive dessert that only the rich could afford. Compasses point north because they follow the Earth's magnetic field. The Earth has a magnetic field that acts like a giant magnet. Compasses contain a magnetic needle that aligns with this field, causing it to always point toward magnetic north. This has helped explorers and navigators orient themselves for centuries. What fact surprised you the most? Leave it in the comments and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on awesome content.